So we gotta talk about Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 93 because some things are happening in this chapter that I think a lot of us were waiting for, and some things that were quite honestly unexpected, at least from somebody like me. So we're gonna talk about all of that here today on this video. The manga chapter, this month's manga chapter is coming out a couple days early this month. It's in 1 week from today on May the 18th. So May the 18th was when the chapter is officially going to be out. If you want to wait until then and not read the spoilers or anything, that's fine. But there's not really much to be spoiled because we're still in the retelling of Dragon Ball Super Superhero. But what surprises me is it looks like we're going to be retelling more than just Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Now, there's some things in this chapter that a lot of us have been waiting for, and I've mentioned that, and we're going to get into it here today. First, I want to give you a quick programming note. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, twitch.tv/Big D Geekdom 101. I'll be streaming Dragon Ball in high definition remastered with the best video and audio quality. Make sure you are here for that on Twitch. Make sure you're there. Twitch.tv/Big D Geekdom 101. It's a good time, as always. We talk about the episodes. We're going to be talking about the 21st tournament, Goku versus Giran, and watch it. So make sure you're there on Twitch. I wanted to give that last little plug. Mark your calendars. Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll be there. So, here we go. Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 93. So, if you remember, in the last manga chapter, we saw a lot more of Goku and Broly fighting. Now, what I've been doing lately is, instead of doing a review and then a stream, what I've been doing on the channel is just doing a stream. Because then we can kind of get the review out of the way and do the stream. It's just better to do it all in one shot because we've already seen the movie. Right? As Dragon Ball fans, we've already seen the movie. Now, one of the things that I was really disappointed with, I was very let down by this, is that for the Dragon Ball Super Superhero retelling, I was expecting a lot more deleted scenes, and it's not really deleted scenes, it's more so scenes that Toyotaro will be adding to the story that Toriyama wrote for the script of Superhero. Because remember, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, also wrote the script for Superhero. He wrote the script. He's not writing the script for the manga. It's Toyotaro. So I expected to see a scene with Goku and Vegeta going to go get Broly and bring him to Beerus's planet. That's something that I have been wanting for a while because it's something that we haven't really seen. We've only heard of. We haven't actually seen how that plays out. It's not a big deal, but it's worth discussing, and it looks like we may actually get something like that. So, once again, here are your Chapter 93 drafts. It looks like we're picking up. Let me zoom in a little tiny bit. We're picking up with Goku versus Broly. Like I said, the first half of this fight was in last month's chapter, but if you remember, if we're going all the way back to 2021, in the first trailer for this movie, not the first teaser, the first actual trailer, if you remember, we saw a glimpse of Goku fighting Broly, but then when the movie came out, that was not in the movie. Very, very bizarre. Looks like this is the stuff that maybe was supposed to be in the movie and was cut, or maybe they made a last minute decision. Don't know, but it's more of Goku fighting Broly. Now, what we are seeing here, if you take a look, is we are indeed seeing Broly and Paragus. That's right. They are now telling us and showing us scenes that were from or that were supposed to be in or alternate takes of stuff from Dragon Ball Super Broly. That's right, I'm talking about the Dragon Ball Super movie that came out back in 2018 and then 2019 for the rest of the world. 2018 for Japan, 2019 for the rest of the world, right? And we're seeing stuff here, as you can see, with Paragus. We're seeing stuff with Baby Broly on Planet Vegeta. What basically is going on here is Toyotaro is kind of summarizing briefly the events of Broly. Because remember, a lot of you guys remember that when the Broly movie came out, the Tournament of Power in the manga was ending, And instead of us getting an adaptation of the Broly movie, they showed us one page of Goku and Vegeta fighting Broly and kind of said, at this point, the Dragon Ball Super Broly story takes place. And then we got to the Moro arc. So they never adapted the Dragon Ball Super Broly story to a manga. They just skipped it. Probably because they wanted us to go see the movie. Well, now it looks like Toro is going to be not adapting the movie. That's not what's going on, but giving us highlights or giving us, giving manga readers a recap of what happened. Now, again, we've all kind of been familiar with that story. However, I do wonder what's going to be added or changed. Now, as you can see right here, we've got Broly meeting Paragus. I'm sorry, baby Broly and Paragus. Then we've got Broly and Paragus meeting Chilai and meeting Lemo. Remember, they're the ones that found him. There's the ship right there. And then they get to the ship. Now, a lot of the stuff that was in the movie was not shown here. Like, remember when Broly attacked that monster to protect Chilai? That's not here. All the stuff with King Vegeta, like, basically it's a summary. It is a summary of events, but not like a retelling. Does that make sense? So here we have the ship. Here we have Frieza, Broly, and Paragus showing up on Earth. There we have Goku and Vegeta wearing their classic jackets from Dragon Ball Super Broly and the fight. So it looks like they really are trying to remind us or quasi adapt the events of Dragon Ball Super Broly. Here we have, and here we actually have Frieza killing Paragus. Now remember, in the movie, Broly never actually knew because Frieza blamed Broly. Frieza said that when Broly powered up, he accidentally killed his own father. And that's what pushed Broly to getting so mad at himself that he went Super Saiyan for the first time, like the traditional Super Saiyan form. And remember, Broly in Super Saiyan was tanking Goku in Super Saiyan Blue because Broly is an absolute beast mutant, completely a monster. So basically what's happening here, as I said, there we see, if you can look right here in the, where my mouse pointer is at, you can actually see there's Broly becoming Super Saiyan. There's him freaking out over his father dying. Dun-in, dun-in. You remember that part of the movie, right? Y'all saw the movie. And here he is, stomping a mud hole in Goku and Vegeta. Just losing it. This is all stuff that we saw. And then here we have Broly. This image right here is right from the Dragon Ball Superhero. So basically, it's almost implied like it's a flashback, but it's really, I don't think it's a flashback. I think it's more, it is a flashback, but it's not like a flashback in Broly's head. It's more so just a flashback like of the events of the movie. A quick one. And here we have Broly powering up against Goku, because if you remember the movie in Superhero, when we cut to this part, we didn't see the Goku Broly fight. We did see Broly powering up and then calming down, and Goku's freaking out. And that's when we see Vegeta meditating. And if you remember, it's the meditation of Vegeta. And y'all know how much I hated this scene where Goku goes up to Vegeta and he's like, "That's not training." I hated that. A lot of Dragon Ball fans didn't like that. I know I'm definitely not alone in that. I saw a lot of your comments, y'all agree with me. Some of y'all didn't care, but some of y'all did agree. And so if you're looking for more Goku versus Broly fight, like more of the Goku versus Broly fight, it's just not here. That was last month's chapter. Now it looks like we're moving on to Vegeta's meditation. So it looks like this month's chapter will be covering about half, about the second half, not the second half, the second third of the movie, because Piccolo already snuck into Red Ribbon. So I'm guessing that this chapter, and this is just a guess, I don't know for sure, we'll find out in a few days, because spoilers will be up. My guess is that we're going to get to the point probably in this upcoming chapter where Gohan does go to Red Ribbon Base with Piccolo and Pan with the handcuffs. We're going to get all that stuff probably. I'm guessing we're going to get that stuff. So judging by this pace, it looks like this manga arc's going to end by around July or August. I could be wrong on that. Obviously, I don't know everything, and I don't know what they're planning. They could make a lot of things longer or shorter. But I can tell you that I was definitely quite surprised that they were actually going back and retelling some stuff from Broly. I know a lot of you guys were wondering, like, when are we going to get the manga of Broly? Are they ever going to do that? And they just skipped it. Well, now they're doing flashbacks to Broly. Now, if that's good for you, hey, go for it. If you don't like it, I understand. I totally understand. So I jumped over to Herms's translations, and according to Herms, it's exactly what I was thinking. Now we have the actual translations from the translator. The roughs are out for Dragon Ball Super Chapter 93. He says, as Goku and Broly spar, the narrator. So it's not a flashback that Broly's thinking of because he never saw Paragus get killed by Frieza. He still has not seen that. Remember that, guys. He has not seen that yet. That's going to be important for later, possibly, if they ever do Broly confronting Frieza again, which they probably will do. Says here that they're trying to explain just who this Broly guy is. It's one of the few Saiyan survivors with astonishing potential. Cue a recap of his backstory from DBS Broly. So now they're basically trying to explain to us who Broly is because we haven't seen him in the manga until just now, except for that one panel. So it's almost like Toyotaro is assuming that people who read the manga haven't seen the movie, and I think all of you guys know that that's utter BS. I guarantee you that every person reading this manga, whether it be in the US, Canada, UK, or even Japan, has seen Dragon Ball Super Broly, dude. Like, how many people can honestly say they've only read the manga and haven't seen Broly? Broly's been out for 3 years. Everyone's seen this movie, dude. In fact, the movie was even out for free for a little while. So Herms was on to say, he's banished to Vampa 41 years, recruited by Frieza and company, fights Goku and Vegeta on Earth, gets beat by becoming Gogeta. He escapes back to Vampa, as if recapping DBS Superhero weren't enough. They're also recapping Broly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Broly powers up, but Goku shouts to him to wait. He was able to go berserk again. How many times do they have to tell him to rein it in? Remember, guys, I talked about this before. The idea with training Broly was for him not to use his berserk power, even though him going berserk gives him an incredible power boost, and even though it gives him an immense mutation. We know that. We know how strong he is, right? They want to get him to control his power. They want to get him to control his energy, possibly by learning God Ki, because that is the good way to contain energy, and get him to a point where he's stabilized so he doesn't lose control. That's basically the goal of training with Broly here in Superhero. So I was just surprised that they actually recapped Broly in like 3 pages. Is it a waste of time? Maybe. I mean, I think it is. I think very few people didn't see the movie by now. What do you think? Let me know down below. Don't forget to be there Saturday. More videos to come. More manga covers to come, probably in the next few days. We'll see. Take care.